Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for Aries season. What a time. I say this because I'm an Aries and it's my favorite time of year. And it's in a fire sign, and fire and air go really well together, Aquarius. You know this, right? Shout out to my friend Shanti. I'm doing the Aquarius reading at her request. Okay. Aries season, what can I say? It's a time where it's a time where your inner strength really does shine, okay? And that inner strength can be something that's been dormant for a long time, or that inner strength is something that needs to be practiced for a specific situation that is occurring in your life, whether that I feel like it's some sort of loss, right? And that loss can be physical. I don't mean loss of a person, but loss of an opportunity, loss of something you were always, I don't know, there was some secure blanket, some safety blanket, something you always depended on, something that you found to be a sort of strength and comfort for you. You may have to kind of do without. Okay, so Aries season is going to show you what freedom means to you, especially someone who can be very stuck in their routine. I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you, you've experienced this already in February. Okay, especially with that full moon in Leo, or if you have Leo placements. Okay. Whatever it is that you put a lot of dependency on, you need to go. You need to be free of it. You need to find how this sense of routine or fixated energy could be applied into something else. Another aspect of your life that could use a little more time, dedication, and consistency. Okay, Aquarius? And for some of you, it could absolutely be repairing your relationships. Okay, your closest relationships, right? Where have you kind of dropped the ball when it came to upkeeping certain relationships with people? Okay. Whatever this is, I feel like this is something that you had to make a really hard decision. Maybe you had to be the one to kind of allow yourself to get away from whatever this is. Okay. Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't always feel good either, does it? And I feel like that is the circumstance that I think you've been put in, where you may have to choose between your loved ones or whatever this was that was caused, like it was taking too much of your time, too much of your energy, too much of your attention. Okay. And it just wasn't filling in the other areas of your life, your personal relationship. It's like whatever this thing is had complete control over you. So you probably had to make the choice of leaving this behind. For some of you, it was something that was probably taken away abruptly, and now you have to adjust to living life without it. Or you had to make the choice to walk away because it was just, you know that whatever this was just wasn't providing benefit and was just taking way too much. So it was a decision that had to be made. A tough one, nonetheless, but one that's necessary for your evolution and your growth. You know, Aquarius, I tend to see that the theme with you, when especially fixed signs, I feel like fixed signs have a certain way of dealing things, or there's a certain motion. And for you, I feel like, the star really does, I think, give good representation of how things work out for you. Shooting star. You see a star fly into the air, but eventually it doesn't fly, it drops down. As high it goes, as far as it drops down. So I feel like the momentum for you is always like, kind of like a wave, or it's in an up and down motion. Like being on the pedestal, being dropped, being in heaven, being back down in hell. Maybe whatever this was provided that kind of high effect, right? Where you would soar really high, go back down, soar really high, go back down. And it was just way too consistent. And I think it was affecting everyone else around you. Okay, so there's a need for freedom here for your own betterment. Despite how it happened, how it went down, you know that this is the right path. It may not feel good, but it's the right thing to do. And that's okay. Okay, I think as long as you understand that it's something that was necessary, you can absolutely adjust. Okay, being fixated is really not that difficult. You will get back to the top again. You're just gonna have to work at it now. That's all. But take this as a learning experience and embrace all the opportunities that come your way, the people you meet, the connections you make, maybe even letting go of certain connections to people. All right. It's also embracing new ones. Okay, it's embracing people of different types, different calibers, and learning from them. Okay, it's also maybe teaching others how to do things, being open to that. Okay, we also, like I said, there's going to be a need of also releasing certain people that exemplify consistent behaviors of just, sometimes I don't know if you keep people around, like your sense of logic can keep you in a space where people are constantly taking from you, right? Or they kind of kick you when you're already down. And I think sometimes you're just so out of this world, like, in your head, that I don't think you realize or have time to see how things really are playing out in front of your face. It takes you a while to kind of process things when it comes to the behaviors and attitudes of others. Okay. So, like I said, we're leaving certain things behind, embracing new connections. And like I said, that need for freedom does become a lot stronger as you go throughout the month, especially when you get towards Cancer season. You will be more in tune with your intuition, your spirituality, your higher self, that making decisions and seeing through the BS of others will be super clear, very transparent. There's no need to vacillate or waste time or be in a position where you feel bound and you can't get out of it. All right? You'll be able to move a lot quickly, a lot more swiftly, but it starts in the head before it can reach and trickle down to the heart space. And then I think from there, you'll be able to see who's really there for you and who isn't. Some of you are going to go through some sort of breakup. There will be deception and betrayal there. And I know that you're picking up on it already. If the feeling is there that you think someone's lying or betraying you or deceiving you in any way, shape, or form, you will get that clarity by the summertime. So no need to kind of put all your eggs in one basket here. No need to try to make sense or decide on anything. Like, I'm telling you, that tower moment is coming. And when it comes, you will be able to show love instead of hatred. Because I think by the time you start to recognize and see the patterns, and I think you'll also gain an understanding of the person that is doing this, or multiple people, and see where it comes from. Like, there is some sort of learning opportunity here that I think takes you away from yourself. Instead, it's not putting the blame onto yourself or the responsibility. It's seeing that other people are just flawed. Everyone has their own thing, and it has nothing to do with you. So I think a lot of your relationships, I don't think you're going to be one and done with them. I think as far as your responsibility or your position in these relationships are just going to be general. Like, all the emphasis, we got 4 of Wands in the reverse. We had the 3 of Cups before. I feel like there was another card. Oh, we have the Lovers here. I feel like a lot of how you saw others, your viewpoints of them and your relationships are going to change. That I think you're just going to realize who should be at arm's length and who should be right by your side. Hence the 2 of Cups. Okay? So we're going to take some importance away from certain people. And maybe that's also the bound that you feel that you're tied in with others. You know, you feel like you owe it to them, or there's some sort of responsibility or obligation of being there for other people. And I think you just got to take yourself out of it. It's a time to put yourself first. It's a time to have to allow yourself to feel free and to give yourself that freedom in any way, shape, or form that you can. It's really that simple, Aquarius. So let's get into some oracles here. Patience, attraction, and action. Okay, so like I said, you will be getting yourself out of a lot of different types of scenarios here, reevaluating your relationships, how you fit in them. And this is also a good time for manifesting too. The moon is currently in the pink moon phase, the Libra phase. Libra is all about attraction, that Venusian energy. Aries is all about action. So the fact that you have these two signs, you know, just kind of coming together, it's going to also allow you to be completely balanced. And for some of you, that balance could be more patience, having more time for something, having more patience, having more peace, even wanting a little more balance and harmony in your life, maybe more time for yourself. Whatever that is, I think that's the direction you will be going this month. You know, you will be going into the direction of self, and also being able to feel yourself in a space of peace, balance, and harmony. No outside influences right now. This is all about you and getting reconnected to yourself. Okay, Aquarius? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tap on the notification bell. And if you guys really enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments. If you want a personal, you can book with me on my website. It's on the link. If you want to get an in-person reading at an event, follow me on Instagram. That's where I list all my events, as well as my website, the www.thewitchswitch.com. And yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.